to fuck with him, but it's just like people be so burnt.
Yeah.
Because you got the same people on the internet years ago saying y'all nigga that fake beef with each other shit. Now y'all going to jail.
Y'all done for right.
Now when we act like we cool, now they like, man, you know what I'm saying? You got a nigga like Akademiks. Like, how Thug and Lucci gonna get cool? Now all the young niggas on both of their side crashed out for nothing. But it's like, you gonna say they crashed out for nothing if I make them go try to kill Lucci, or if you make somebody go try to kill me, you gonna say they crashed out for nothing.
Right.
And then if me and Lucci become cool, you gonna say they crashed out for nothing. It's just like you can't win.
You can't win, yeah.
You know,
and that's part of the formula.
I want to respond to that. When I spoke about Lucci and Thug, I was very happy that they actually became cool. Very happy. I'm actually very happy that they became cool. You see, the problem I have with this Young Thug story is that Young Thug is still portraying that he's the only one that's in the story. You got indicted with about like 20 people, brother. And your life is not more important than theirs. Your family, your sister, as you portrayed, you said, yo, well, my brother could do it because my mama was crying. Everybody has a mama. Everybody has a story. The thing with rap, we only care about the top guy. So we don't care about these other people. We don't care about the victims. We don't care about everybody else's lives that got ruined. We only care that you could come back to give us good music. We love you, Thug. We want you to give us good music. But, you know, if I have a platform, I didn't build my platform appeasing to y'all. So I'm going to tell the fans the reality. Oh, of course it's a good thing that Thug and Lucci are cool. But it's definitely a signal and a symbol to everybody who might not be in this particular situation, but might be in a situation with someone else where you got the moneymaker who's telling you or instructing you to go crash out. That's what my message was. Don't crash out. Because them niggas going to be cool at one point. The thing what Thug won't talk about is, what about the guys who died? And what about the guys who are in prison? It sounds cool that y'all making music together. We don't care that much about you. We don't know your mama. We don't know his mama. We don't know y'all. But why don't you ever talk and speak to them? Because this is where a lot of the street shit always just gets hypocritical. And yes, it's hypocritical on all sides. Because us as fans, we have an insatiable appetite for fuckery. But you guys, a lot of times pass the buck on accountability. My message was not that you and Lucci. Again, I'm not a street dude. I understand the street perspective because a lot of street dudes have told me that. They're like, yo, I can't believe there's been bloodshed and y'all linked up. Allegedly, you put 2 hits on Lucci and y'all cool. That's what street dudes are saying. That's not what Akademiks is saying. What Akademiks is saying is that, damn, there's a kid that I know is thinking that if he go down the path of YSL Woody and he starts toting a gun or he starts banging whatever gang in hopes that the guy who's the leader or the popular rapper, because he got to stand on business for the image that this guy's rapping about, everything is going to fall in their favor. My message is this, and I would like for Thug and any rapper to address it. Y'all tell me the pawns get sacrificed. Do they not? That's my whole message. The pawns get and got sacrificed. That's it. They died. They went to jail. That's it. I don't care if y'all make music. I do love the fact that y'all making music. But I hope when, you know, the one big thing about Thug I've been saying, Thug's still been trying to act like, you know, it's still hunky-dory. It's not. Like, when I hear these other people that now have voices, whether it's Woody, some of these other guys who have now spoken, some of them went on Vlad, all of them are talking about how their lives is fucked up. It's over. Their families have been torn apart. They lost loved ones. And Thug is the only one who's just still saying, oh, yeah, I made music with him. Why y'all mad I made music with him? That's not what nobody mad about. People are saying, what accountability do y'all take for sending niggas on missions to ruin and losing their lives and freedom? Could we have that talk, or is that talk outside the scope of what we should talk about? We should just be happy that y'all could make some cool collabs. If that's the case, y'all got it. But my platform, you gonna be who you gonna be. You're Thug. He's Lucci. I don't give a damn about both of y'all. What I do care about is that if my platform that does promote some of this shit, I want a kid who think that it was all cool to bang that YSL shit and keep it going. I want to tell that kid, don't ever do that bullshit. Because you're the one that's going to lose. He's going to win. You're winning right now, thug. I'm talking to that kid. I ain't talking to you. I ain't talking to Lucci. Because nothing ever happened to y'all. Even though allegedly some things may have tried to happen to Lucci. Whatever. But I'm talking to that kid. That's where I take my platform seriously. People never understood when I did the War in Chirac. When I started the War in Chirac in its very original form, I've said this multiple times, it was sparked, even with how I did satire initially, when there were people and sometimes kids that were in Chicago who said, we don't go outside. This wrongdoing is seen as cool. Smoking on your ops, drilling, this and third, we're in fear. Initially, the satire was to try to make fun of the guys who were doing the crime. Why the fuck y'all doing that? Y'all are savages. Obviously, some people in the culture, they took it differently because savages became a good thing. But it was initially to give the voice to the person who was being oppressed by these niggas doing crimes. That's the point. Same with I watched the YSL trial. I don't feel one bit sorry for Thug, Lucci, and none of them. You know who I feel bad for? The grandmas on Cleveland Avenue who couldn't go out to their mailbox because y'all niggas are shooting, because y'all niggas are toting guns, doing this bullshit. That's who I feel bad for. This is why I like Charleston White, because Charleston gonna go further, and he's a way more extreme than I could ever be. But nobody feel bad for y'all. Y'all are rappers, getting millions of dollars, enjoying life. So I want to make that very clear. I don't care if Lucci, I don't care. I wouldn't even care if Dirk do songs with Youngboy. I would only care for them to take accountability about the people, lives, and freedoms that was lost in the mix. Because rarely do we see, and I know we're going to be constantly reminded by Tupac and Biggie, but rarely do we see the top guys have any repercussions in most of these beefs. And we're going to get to Nicki and Cardi in a little bit. But that's exactly what I'm saying. They're talking shit where somebody got to get slapped, or somebody got to get stabbed, or somebody got to get shot. And who you think going to be doing that? It ain't going to be the women. But yet they're going to encourage and they're going to foster the environment, right? So that's all I'm saying. So I just wanted to correct Doug on him possibly thinking I'm saying, oh, y'all shouldn't be cool. No, y'all should be cool. But I'm wondering where the accountability is for all these people that lost their lives, and the mamas that lost their sons, and all these other people that went to jail behind it. There's a lot of people, like, these are real situations, right? And cool, like, maybe the song is that hot that we don't need to think about it, but I'm going to bring it up. I'm sorry, I got no platform. I'll bring it up. Doesn't mean I'm hating, because I'm still going to listen to the songs too. And that may be the hypocrisy with me too. And I don't think it's just me. I think it's fans. Fans, we love real shit. But then we don't really process all the ramifications of all this stuff, right? Let me keep it going.
On this shit, like, just keep
you mad that we beefing? You mad that we cool?
Yeah.
Man, beat it, man. You know, it's just certain, you know what I mean?
Right.
Not even meaning to talk about academic neither, cause I don't care about
it's a
shit.
culture of it. It's like, it's bigger than him. Yeah,
totally. Like,
it's a whole section. It's a whole facet online. Like, it's a sector of online that deals with that type of behavior.
It's another thing, I don't like that narrative. We constantly get millionaires who start to blame online for their actions. Oh, y'all want this. Y'all gas this up. Y'all are the reason we be indulging in this. Acting like most of this stuff didn't bring them fame, money, notoriety. They went on tours, sold albums. But they say it's the fans' fault for wanting this. Okay.
For sure. But I be expressing that because, like, I don't have a problem with him that's his job. He do what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's his job. That's his career. That's what he do. So you supposed to speak on what you think you know or what you want to say or something about, no matter what it is. Like,
right.
You got your full motherfucking autonomy. Like, you could do that. And you know what I'm saying? But like, I be bringing up that type of shit because I be wanting niggas like Akademiks to look at this interview too and be like, damn, like I am being a hypocrite to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to judge my name, but
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all love and honor, respect for me, bro. But like, you gotta look at it. He gotta step out of his body. He need to have an out of body experience, and he need to just listen to what he's saying. Like,
the irony of Thug saying this is what we've all collectively as fans, listeners, and onlookers have been saying to Thug since he got out of jail. You got out of jail after almost going to jail for a prison for life, and you start talking about who's a rat, who's a real nigga, wham, let's kill these rats, let's do this, let's do that. And you started being the aficionado on what telling was, and people brought up a situation they felt that you didn't keep it maybe up to your standards, and you're like, well, it's different. People have said that's hypocritical. People have called you an hypocrite. So now you're able, when you're speaking about me, you're saying, well, I think it's a little hypocritical. I feel like Ak has a, damned if you do, damned if you don't type of situation where he's like, yo, y'all niggas need to squash the beef. They need to squash the beef. I'm like, damn, y'all niggas squash that? Okay, I get you. We talked about that already, so I don't got to clear that up. But the same thing you're actually accusing someone of is what the entire culture has been saying to you. You've been talking about rats, this, cooperating, mentioning, and then some of these things happen, and you've acted like you're a victim now.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You saying that goddamn, we done